on the tech provided for informational and educational purposes only. Investing in securities carries a high degree of risk and can result in the loss of your entire investment. You should consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional before making any investment decisions. The information contained in this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments. Any opinions expressed in this presentation are subject to change without notice and should not be relied upon as a recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Please do your own due diligence and research before making any investment decisions. All right, so it looks like the Wi-Fi is finally good. It looks back on it. Looks like we could really get this going. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Sam, I see you. Aleem, Moose Knuckle, Chase, everybody. Thank y'all for popping in with your boy. Hit me with a few of those likes. Let's spread the love. But now let's get into a trade recap. So really, I always do the trade of the day, but what I want to focus on right now is the trade of the week. Trade of the week for me. This one was good because I am primarily a scalper. I like to get in and out of my trades, and based off my data and my trading journal, my average winning trade is in about 10 minutes or less. I've been trying to get more into swing trading for my Discord community so that members of my community have more of an opportunity to get into trades and take advantage. So I've been focused on swing trading. And this week was a really, really good one. Let me go and find it. See if I can first find where I mentioned it. I probably should just use the search option in Discord, right? But let's go back and let's take a look at what just a moment. Hopefully it's not as bad. Yo, B-Man, thanks for coming through. Hamstone, I see you. All right. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what just happened. That's crazy. Let's go back to sharing the screen. Wow. All right. Very odd. I haven't had issues like this, computer issues like this in a long time. But like I said, we were going to talk about the trade of the week. Now, we're looking at ExxonMobil. This was the trade of the week. Let me bring myself over here. Got to bring this down actually a little bit so it fits better on the screen for y'all on TikTok. And if you've been on my lives before, you know that I am primarily a scalper. I trade on the 30-minute chart. That doesn't look like it's the 30-minute. That's the 1 hour. All right. And so let me go back to the Discord and we could find when I first mentioned the particular trade. Let me see. Let me go back. All right. So right here is when I first mentioned getting in on XOM puts. Yo, Alan, thanks for joining. Everybody, thanks for coming through. Thank y'all for the likes. Drop the likes for your boy. All right, so I want to just go over this recap. I hope y'all rocking with me. Just bear with me because for some reason today, the Wi-Fi is behaving badly like a toddler, like a 2-year-old. Okay, so on May 1st, West Coast time, 7:45 a.m., I mentioned to the community that I was getting in to this trade right here, XOM puts. And let's go back. Yo, Yadi Martel, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'll be tapping in with you pretty soon just to see how your trading and everything's going. If you have any questions about investing, let's go back to the first. Now, just to give you guys a heads up, and I'll actually change this to the 15-minute chart so it looks a little easier to identify. But I'm in California. I'm on West Coast time. So if you see timestamps or you hear me referring to certain times, just keep that in mind. I am in California. Yo, Small Bags Daily says Rivian calls paid from the swings. That's what's up. Big salute to you. Now, did you log it in the trading journal? That's what I'm advocating and that's what I'm putting out and preaching this week. Did you log it in your trading journal? Okay, so at 7:45, right here on this candle, right here is when I alerted, or I told the team, I told the community that I was getting into these XOM puts. We could go back and double check and show y'all. This is when I said it. You can see the timestamp, 7:45. And we've got the 15-minute candle. So right when this candle opened up, that's when I alerted it. But more specifically, what was I looking at, right? What was it that I was looking at specifically with XOM that had me consider getting into puts? And where that really came from was the daily chart. It was the daily chart. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you. Yo, Rick, I see you. Dagrin, I see you. Oscar Rivera, I see you. Solstice, thanks for joining. So let me close this right here. Let's bring this over. We're on the daily chart on ExxonMobil. Let's bring this in. Let's bring this down. All right. For some reason, yo, thanks for the follow, Dagrin. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. And of course, the computer is just acting bad. I mean, yo. What is going on here? Why are you way over there? We weren't even over there. All right. Let's bring it up. Now we're looking at the daily chart. We're struggling right now to get this thing to move. This is absolutely madness. Absolute madness. All right. Originally looking at was, of course, if you've been paying attention to oil, symbols like XOM or even the XLE ETF that follows energy stocks, it's been running up all year. And we finally reached like this tipping point right here, which was in the middle of April. This was April 12th. And we kind of had this break of structure. We had a little bounce to push up, but then we started this decline. And this might have been spotted a little early, but this is what I was picking out. This is what I was looking at. And so I originally plotted out a downward trend just based off of these candles in this section here. So if you're rocking with me, if you understand where I'm coming from, just put me a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. And so when I saw that we were heading into this downward trend, right, we kind of broke the structure. That's what had me curious about taking puts on XOM. That mixed with, I don't know if you guys have heard, but I'm pretty sure we've all heard that, for the follow, I appreciate you, but we've all heard that phrase, right? Selling may and go away. So if you're new to trading, there's an old phrase, there's an old adage that says selling may and go away. So I was thinking about that phrase. I was thinking about, here we are, Exxon has broke structure at the end of April going into May, and now I'm looking at puts. So now that was my overall thinking, and we'll zoom back into the 15-minute chart, going back to May 1st to show y'all what I was looking at. So right here, when I saw this candle, I took this as a good time, a good little bearish candle to go in to my puts, right? But I hesitated a little bit. So let me show y'all. Let me show you. Small Bags Daily says, add IOBP right now in your chart. You will see banks shorted it. I do not know what IOBP is. So big shout out to Small Bags Daily. Is that an indicator? I'm assuming that's an indicator. Yo, Rays, yo, Freddy Pizza, thanks for coming through. To my boy, to my guy, Small Bags Daily, I'm assuming that is an indicator. So yeah, he says yes. This is the one thing I love about going live on TikTok. The community is very helpful. We're all learning from each other. And so IOBP, he says to add institutional order block pressure. Okay, so let's learn something new together. Big shout out to my dude. So he said, I added the indicator here. Institutional order block pressure, and you can see that bank shorted it. I'm assuming it's pretty self-explanatory. Almost right on that candle. That's what the red arrows pointing down mean. Yo, Kingston Mitchell, thanks for the follow. Ashley, thank you for coming through. I see you. I see you. All right, let me throw me back over here. So just a quick little recap. Small Bags Daily told me to add this indicator IOBP so we can see where the bank shorted ExxonMobil, which is right in alignment with what I was thinking in terms of going short or taking puts. So let me go back to the community, show you. I did alert it at 7:45 on May 1st, but I felt like my entry was bad. So I went ahead and I took puts. $70, just under 5%. I was feeling a little shaky about it. And that's the problem when you don't have strong conviction with your trades. So if you're new to trading, one thing that you really have to have is strong conviction in your trades. Every trade you enter, you should have a profit target. You should know your stop loss, and you should know the reason why you enter that trade straight up and down. And I wasn't 100%. It was more spot on that I quickly looked at. But I also told my team that. I also told the community. So I'm going to read this really quick. You guys just rock with me. Kingston, I appreciate the follow. And it says, this is what I told my community about an hour after I initially got in and I took profits. I said I entered XOM as a swing trade idea, but ultimately felt like I should have had a better entry, which caused me to exit early. I don't think it would be a bad idea to ride the trend line down on the daily chart until it breaks the structure. And then I had this here. This was the daily chart that I put out for XOM right here. So I had this kind of here. So I had this kind of top trend line structure broken down. And then we can also see that coincides with what Small Daily said with the IOBP indicator. And he says, you see the red arrow short, green is long. Okay. So red arrow is short and green is long. So after alerting that, we haven't even got to the play of the week yet. That was the quick little scalp that I got in and out. And then we have some other plays from the community. But then right here at 10:28 a.m., I re-entered puts and I said I was going to let them swing. So this is 10:28 when Exxon was at 116.17. And I told the community like, yo, I'm going to go ahead and let them swing because I don't want to basically not lose my trade thesis. All right, we're gonna go through. We got people talking about trades, got people talking about trades, and then I gave an update. I had a quick SPY scalp. Boom. Right here, update yesterday. So just follow with me. I know I feel like I'm moving kind of fast, so if I need to slow it down, y'all let me know. But let's take it from the top. So May 1st, I'm looking at Exxon to short it or to take put. Look at it, and I was like, you know what? My conviction and my confidence is still there. Let me enter and let me follow through on this downtrend swing. So yesterday at 9:12 a.m., just a reminder, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California. So yesterday morning, I re-entered, or I was still holding my Exxon puts, and I was down a little bit. I was down on those puts, and then I continued to hold throughout the whole day yesterday. It got very, very shaky. It got very, very shaky. And then we had some trades. We had people playing the Apple earnings. We had some ups and downs. We had a lot of emotions, things going on. We were talking about different ideas, different things like that. We had Tim Cook go over the Apple's earnings, all that kind of stuff, right? And so I just want to zoom forward and show y'all a lot of activity in here. Boom. This morning, right when the market opened. And this is why, you got to stick to your trading conviction. If you have conviction right here. So this morning, let me kind of switch it. We'll go to the 30-minute more so. Let's look. Of course, we got to wait for this to update. But here we go today. And boom, right when the market opened, XOM dropped beautifully. Just for me, it dropped beautifully. I just needed to be patient. So this was the rule for the play of the week. I just needed to be patient. It kind of sputtered yesterday, but I held on to those swings, just like what I was thinking about with that downward trend. And what do we see? Boom, a nice 26% return, $624. It was a little shaky, but all of this to say, for the trade of the week, if you have conviction and your trading thesis, right, makes sense, if the rationale makes sense, stick to your trading plan. That's stop losses, that's profit targets, that's things like that, right? And basically, I had that set, but I just got myself a little shook because of how yesterday was a little bit flat in terms of ExxonMobil and the contracts. This was my favorite one, mainly because I'm more. So for me to have held on to this trade for 2 days, 2.5 days, whatever it was, from May 1st to today, so we'll just say 2 days, was a big thing for me. I usually get in and out of trades in 10 minutes. That's usually where I find most of my success. But like I said, I'm getting more into swing trading so that my community has more of an opportunity to take advantage of these things. Kingston C. Mitchell said, just seen that they bought a gas company. I didn't even see that. Interesting. Good looking out, man. I love the sharing of the information. Yo, Jessica, what's going on? Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for joining. We're just doing a trade of the week recap. This is exactly how beautiful it looked today with Exxon. I believe this is the 30-minute chart. So just look how beautiful that trend was. I got in around here. So everybody sees why it was a little shaky for me, right? I got in around here. This was the mix of the 2 days, and I had to kind of be patient and fight through all this. And we can kind of see that there was somewhat of a trend starting to build up to the upside, but it broke that structure and just popped down. So it came through beautifully. Chart says amen. That's what's up. All right. So we got a few people rocking with us. If there's any ticker symbols we want to take a look at, drop them in the chat. Yo, Lupus Spiritu, thanks for following. Spiritu. I got the there's an artist by the name of Achal. He's got an album, a mixtape that just dropped. That's that same name. Isaac wants to Lupus, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you so much. I see you, Hardeep. I see you, Isaac. So we want to take a look at Tesla. All I got to say about Tesla right now, man, is looking really ripe and prime for some long-term calls or leaps. And so that's another strategy that I want to get into too. The more long-term trading, leaps, things like that. But let's take a look at Tesla. And Isaac, are you in any Tesla plays right now? Do you got shares? Do you got some contracts? Small bags daily. CVS was my trade of the week. She paid to the downside yesterday. Oh, we got to check out CVS. Big shout out to Small Bags Daily. And just to make sure, bro, that was you that was on X on Twitter yesterday or the day before. You had invited me in that group to speak. That's you, right? I want to make sure that's you. Isaac says, I got some calls for the weekend on Tesla. All right, let's take a look. So here we're looking at Tesla. We'll start at the daily chart. Thank y'all for the likes. Isaac said, I got some calls for the weekend. Big shout out to you, Small Bags Daily. I appreciate you for inviting me. I'll be making sure to join more of your lives and more of your spaces that you hold. I like time, but I do come in here and I chart it when you guys ask me to. We are looking at the daily chart. And it's looking Looking like we had a strong bounce even right after the earnings. Look at this. So the earnings was right here. Here's earnings, and we just popped up. So what Elon was talking about, it did good for the stock. And I'm thinking, I've seen people talk about leaps for Tesla, some far out calls. And so I might consider it. I might just allocate a few dollars and get some far out calls, maybe for the end of the year or something like that. Kingston C. Mitchell says, Pioneer Natural Resources, I own it just to log in and see XOM. Instead, the gas company ticker. Oh, snap. Yo, so Chart says, just so you know, your analysis is always flawless, so clear, brother. I appreciate that, man. I really do. That means a lot to me. But I got to be humble. I got to keep it real. Our analysis is just our analysis. It's our thoughts. Sometimes we're right. Sometimes we're wrong. We never know what can happen with these markets. But I do appreciate that I've been a bit more accurate lately. I really do. And Kingston says, didn't understand that they missed and went up. All right, let's talk about that for a second. Isaac, I hope you're still here. We're going to get really into Tesla, especially because Kingston brings up a good point. He says, I don't understand. How is it that they missed on the earnings, they missed on the revenue, and Tesla still went up? So Kingston, I want to, you probably already know this. I'm not trying to preach or lecture you or anything like that. But here's one thing that I've really had to learn the hard way. And when I say the hard way, man, like, I don't know what's going on. The internet's acting wild. It's acting whack, man. So whack. Of course, it's terrible today. But what I was saying, and I believe it was Kingston. So Kingston, if you're still in here, man, hopefully you're still on. I just want to say this to you when it comes to earnings. It's not about the numbers that they report. It's about their future outlook and their future guidance. That's really what drives the moves immediately after earnings. So a company can miss, right? But if they say something crazy like, oh, we expect to sell 10 million more cars or whatever it is after, or going into the next quarter or going to the future, that's really what pushes it. Or if a company has great outstanding earnings, right? They beat everything, but they say, hey, we're not going to tell you how many subscribers we have anymore. That can negatively impact it. So one thing that I've definitely had to learn the hard way is that it's not about what's reported here. It's really about their future guidance. What's their forecast for the future? How confident are they in the future? That's really what moves these stocks, especially for the popular ones like Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, all those kind of things. Those big, super popular earnings plays that most people play, that most people are looking forward to. It's really about their future guidance, not the numbers here. So I'm sorry that the Wi-Fi, the signal just lost. I feel like I lost a little bit of momentum right here. Yep. All right. But fortunately, it looks like Isaac, big shout out for the follow. Looks like the calls worked out for Isaac. Ross says, how did you do this week? So for me, I did good. Ross. I don't know if you saw this, but this was the trade of the week for me. I had a lot of base hits and then one solid play. So like my average profit trade for this week was anywhere from like 80 to 150 bucks. But then I had this one, which was a swing trade, held onto it for 2 days, and this was good. But you can tell though, right? You could tell from the today's return versus the total return, I was down a little chunk. It had got super close to my stop loss. I'll be completely honest. This trade got super close to my stop loss. But fortunately, it just popped today and I was able to get out profits. But how did you do, Ross? How was it for you? Yo, Matt, I see you. Thanks for joining. Trading Journal, put a 1 in the chat. Absolutely ridiculous. Credit spreads this week. Kingston says, I just don't see the adoption and car sales are slow with the interest rates still high. Right. But it's not about, well, I won't say it's not about that. It's the other things that Elon has got going on too, right? The charging stations and all that kind of stuff. Yo, Julie Spencer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Ross, thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate that. I always appreciate you boosting up the live. But let's take a look at some of the other trades. But I hope that was good for Tesla. So like I said, my thoughts on Tesla, at least going into the rest of the year, are a bit bullish. I've seen a lot of people have already made a whole bunch of money getting leaps for Tesla. So I might consider something that expires between October, November, December. I'm going to do a little bit more of an analysis before I get in. And of course, if you're in my community, Passive Income University, I'm definitely going to be putting, the updates when I do enter the trade and all that kind of stuff in here. So y'all come through, join, have some fun with us. It's a good time. But with that being said, let's go take a look at some other plays that I called out. I think the last one was the SPY scalp. All right, was that it? Nope, that's the profits for today. I'll tell you what though, one that I did do at the beginning of the market when the market first opened up. Let's go ahead and change this. We'll go ahead and switch this over right here. This was a little risky. I didn't really alert this, obviously, because it was a risky play. It's kind of like a Friday lotto. But I got in right when the market opened on QQQ and took some calls, and I was able to ride this up a little bit. So I made a couple dollars there. Chart says, where can I find you when you actually execute your trades? So I'm in my community, in my Discord, man, where I'm actually executing my trades. The only reason why I haven't done it like on live yet is just because I need another device. I do everything on my phone. And obviously my phone is what I go live on. So I might switch it up and put the live on like my iPad or something like that, and then be on my phone for the trades. But if you want to be when I'm live executing them, it's in my community, man, in here. So you got to come through there. Kingston says, but they said he got rid of the EV charger department. I don't see a way that is good for Tesla. He got rid of the company not meeting like their goals and their numbers and all of that. That's who he got rid of. So it's not like he got rid of the department and it doesn't exist anymore. He just got rid of the people that are the scapegoats, the fall guys. He's getting new employees, new executives, or whatever the case may be. So that's really what the market makers, the investors are looking at. Since Elon is blaming other people and saying, hey, I'm gonna go get some better people, it's supposed to be like a brighter outlook for the future. That's the long and short of it. Yell's been 100. What's up, Wesley? Thanks for joining, coming through. Yo, Oscar Rivera, thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for being in here. Small Bags Daily. All right, so I wanted to spotlight the other play. What was the last play that I shouted out? Where is it at? Where is that last play? I feel like this thing is like going in a loop. I really feel like it is really going in a loop. This is crazy. All right. Where is it? So I did talk about the QQQ scalp. Let me show y'all. Jesus. All right. I need to start using that search function. Okay, so we had yesterday the quick SPY scalp. Really quick, like I said, I'm a very conservative trader, right? I'm very conservative. I don't need to have 100%, 1000%, 100. I don't need that. So here was my scalp. I'm going to show y'all. I trade on the 30-minute chart. So let's take a look at it really quick. Let's go back to SPY. Just show y'all exactly what I see. And this right here is kind of like my number one trading setup that I really SPY yesterday. Let's close all of this because this is a little bit of noise that we don't need. Let's go right here. Let's move me up a little bit. And of course the thing is frozen, just ridiculous. Okay, all right. So right here, we have this strong bearish candle push down. And then we have this like little dragonfly, almost flat top, whatever you want to consider it, bullish hammer. But I'm going to show y'all specifically what helped me with this trade, which is, where is it at? It is the, let me move me over. I use this indicator right that I said I was going to hop in for a scalp call. So on this next candle right here, this candle, when it opened up, I like to wait for a pullback. This pullback was pretty deep, so you had to have some good said. I'm a very conservative trader. I don't need to have crazy amounts of money. I could be working a lot better on letting my winners run. That's another area where I'm getting out of my comfort zone. So if I buy like 5 contracts, 10 contracts, 20 contracts, no matter what it is, I'm getting to a stage where I'll sell, some of them or most of them, and then let a handful or a few of them run. But normally, just give me a 1 or give me some kind of indication, right? Basically, I just look for the bounce off of the previous day low for a little bit of upside momentum, and I took that trade. Yo, Small Bags Daily, thank you for thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. Yo, Vince, thank you for the follow. Small Bag says do CVS. Also, Rivian calls from yesterday into today. All right, let's take a look at CVS. Shout out to my guy, Small Bags Daily. All right, let's go take. All right. So this is CVS. We got CVS on the daily chart. Kingston Mitchell wants to check out NVIDIA. Of course, sure thing, I can. Cheyenne Sunder, thanks for joining. Kingston Mitchell says, ouch. So it looks like CVS has been trending down. And then Small Bags Daily, you said you got it onto the downside, right? Let me scroll through and check it out. Let me see. Small Bags Daily said he got it on the downside. Forward guidance to see. Small Bags Daily. Yo, Wolf, thanks for coming through. Because this is the daily chart, and I'm trying to see, you said you were already in on the swing? My guy, Small Bags, let's see what he says in the chat. All right, we're getting close to 1K likes. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, even though the data, the Wi-Fi, this connection, the network, the signal's been cutting in and out. But, all right, chart says, what's the name of your indicator again? Do you change the settings? No, not at all. So that indicator I was just referring to, let me move myself out the way. We'll go right here. And it'll open up. It's this one right here. The SSS 50% rule indicator by Wolf and Bear. This one right here. And the only thing that it does, it's a very simple indicator. I mean, you could the previous day high and low, as well as what was right in the middle. So on the CVS chart, once it pops up, once it loads up. Yo, Damien, thanks for coming through. Once it loads up, once it pops up, hopefully any moment now, maybe. All right, we already got one of them in here. We got the wedge maker. I'm gonna turn that off. And let's just bring this down to the hourly. Yo, let's see. Bakatasami, thank you for following. Or yep. Lorraine, thank you for coming through. Yo, Kingston, thanks for the likes. All right, here we go. So, as you can see, here's today. This was the activity on CVS for today. And then this was yesterday. Now that indicator, it plots out the high. It plots out the middle, the 50%. And then it plots out the low of the day. And as you can see, there's always some level to one of those 3 levels, right? The day, for the most part, respected that and stayed in here. All right, user 95492920833143 says, what time frame minute time frame? average winning trade is only to swing trading, but as of right now, 90% of my trades are on the 30-minute chart, and I do quick scalps. That's what I get into. Small bags daily. I don't know if you're in here, but we're looking at CVS. I thought you said you got it to the downside, but it looks like there was somewhat of a bounce up. So I wanted to make sure, wanted to see. Yo, Truth Seeker, I see you. Thanks for coming through. All right, y'all. We got 1K likes. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Bro, I joined your group, but open my old Discord. Link me in. Oh snap, Ross, send me a message with send me a message or DM me with your screen name. Yeah, send me your screen name and your what's up? Where's that Candy Girls? I can't really quite see it. Candy Girls, how long have you been trading for? So that's an interesting question. My very first options trade was June of trading during the pandemic. My very first options trade was June 2020. I'll never forget it. It was a options call for Carnival, ticker symbol CCL. Carnival, ticker symbol CCL. What have I just discovered? What did I just discover right now? That I could just make $50 an hour, and I don't make that much money at work at my 9 to 5. I was like, yo. So that was my first options trade. Now here's the sad part. I didn't take options trading seriously for the first 3 years. So 2020, 2021, 2022, I effed off all those years. I really gambled. I lost a lot of money. It wasn't even until 2022 that I could even tell you what a candlestick was. Crazy stuff like that. January of 2023 is when I got serious and I committed myself to options trading. So it's kind of like, young men, right? We're dating a young lady and yeah, we're dating and everything like that. I went. Yep. Thank you, Candy Girls, for the question. Appreciate that. Kingston said it's been had to swing for me since COVID. It's been hard to swing since COVID. Oh, I see. I hear you. Yeah, swinging's a little interesting, man. But one thing I'll say, and hopefully this works for you, is I noticed that when I start tipping over into entertaining more complex styles and strategies and stuff like that, it kind of negatively impacts my trading. So whenever I simplify things, my trading performance goes way better. So hopefully just kind of take that in the macro and think about that with your swings. If you're starting to complicate it, maybe simplify it. That's what I'm doing now. I literally just draw a trend line, get a good gauge on the momentum. I plot out where I believe the break of structure is. And if it breaks the structure, I'm stopped out. I'm out. As long as it's in my structure on the trend peak. For sure. You're welcome, Candy Girls. Thank you so much. BC says, what is the site called? I use Pocket Option. So this the platform familiar with TradingView. It's kind of like one of the most popular trading softwares out there. But let's take a look. Right now. I'm going to show y'all on the internet. Looks like we might have had somebody join. Looks like we might have had somebody come through and join. The family. Oh, snap. Zilla Hurd. Thank you for joining. All right. That's what's up. We got a new member to the Passive Income University community. So a big shout out to you. Thank you for joining. There's a lot of things that I'm excited to share with you in our Discord. I have monthly awards and giveaways, all kind of things like that. So I'll be tapping in with you in just a moment once I get done with the live, but I appreciate it. So the charting platform that I use is called TradingView. Sorry about that. There you go. Hopefully that helps you out. All right, let's get back to the trades. All right, that's Roz. Oh snap. Okay, so Roz, yeah, when I get off, I want to make sure you didn't sign up twice because I don't want you to, you know what I mean? I don't want it to have duplicates or anything in there for you. So as soon as I get off, I'll tap in with you. Kingston Mitchell says, what is the name of the Discord? So the name of the Discord is Passive Income University. The link is in my bio. The whole purpose of my Discord community, I'll tell you guys the motto, right? The motto is learn new skills, earn new money. So for me, the new skill that I learned is trading. And I take the profits from my trading and invest in long-term assets, right? A long-term stock portfolio, rental properties, starting a business, things like that. You learn a new skill. It could be trading, it could be software programming, it could be whatever. The extra money you get from that new skill, you put it into something long-term. That is the whole purpose of my Discord community. And so while most of the content that's in here is related to trading, I've had courses and webinars. I usually partner with people. So I've had real estate agents come in and they talk about how you can get grants to get into real estate. I've had people come in and help people with their resumes. You can have somebody show you how to do your resume really good. The whole goal is to figure out how do we get more money so we can allocate it to long-term assets. But as you can see in the channel section in the Discord, we've got a whole wealth of different things you could check out. All right. So we were looking at CVS. I don't know if Small Bags Daily, if he's in here. McHugh9 says, so you're not a full-time trader. No, I am not a full-time trader. Not at all. That is the goal, to get there to be a full-time trader, but that is not, I don't live off of my trading profits. I can tell you that right now. Kingston C. Mitchell says, what is the price? So you get the first 30 days free, and then it's just $10 a month. But it's very well worth it, man. Everybody in my community gets awarded in some way. I'm constantly working on ways to give value, but it is just $10 a month. But you get the first 30 days free, so you can check it out and be like, most of my successful, profitable trades are within 10 minutes or less. But I trade on the 30-minute. For some reason, just the way that God made me, the way that my mind works, anytime I look at any time frame under 30 minutes, it just looks too noisy to me. So I don't trade the 15. I don't even really look at the 10. I might look at those maybe for an entry. Rare. It's rare. I might take a glance at them, but it's very rare that I go below 30 minutes. I usually do the 30-minute time frame and up. I usually rely on the 30-minute chart. Wanting to give more and more value to my community, I've been training and learning and leaning into swing trading. And so that was the play of the week. That was the most profitable trade of the week. It was feel like, you know, as you let as you let the trade run, you know, you get more. I really, y'all don't understand how much I. Yo. On this end, to get me frustrated. But all right, let's see if we're back on it. Nope. So I'm gonna wrap it up, but I'm gonna tap in a little bit later. I just don't know why the Wi-Fi is acting up. This is very frustrating. All right, y'all. So thank you for rocking with me. If you can still hear me, tapping with me. I'm gonna reach out to you, Roz. I want to make sure that you don't have a duplicate profile in the Discord. If you can hear me, the Wi-Fi is going out. Kingston says, but wouldn't the 5 minute be better for scalp trading? For the most part, you know, the true sense of scalping is those lower time frames, right? The 1 minute, the 5 minute, depending if you like the 10 or the 15. You're exactly right there. But for me individually, my eyes, like my mind, it just looks like too much noise. So for some reason, I've been able to really like tap in on the 30-minute chart and see the movements a lot clearer. It's so crazy. That's one of the most beautiful things about trading, right? All of us can have our own individual styles. The 5 minute and the 10 minute or the 1 minute is just way too much noise for me. And so when I look at the 30 minute, I don't know why, just the way the candles move,